Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The man is looking in crazy shape. Y'all gotta stay tuned. We're gonna talk about everything we seeing. The retribution is among us. The rejuvenation. A tale of revenge. Now, you guys seen the clip at the beginning, and my, oh my, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He's looking in crazy shape. Get the likes up. We only got 1 week to go. October 9th is going down. Make sure you order the fight. Wilder looks like he's in crazy, crazy shape. Special edition Ego Weight Watchers, aka ILL, where I give you guys a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress pics, especially when they have that upcoming fight. You see it on the screen. D-Dub, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. The man's body fat looks low, but somehow he bulked up. Listen, this goes to show me a few things. Wilder, while y'all was asleep and while people was lying on his name and saying a whole lot of things about Wilder, he was working. There was a lot of people, and they didn't want to see him bounce back. But look at the man's back. He's back. I can't wait for this fight. I think we're going to see a much better Wilder, a sharper Wilder. Wilder's going to continue to show you how mentally tough. A lot of people underrate this. Boxing is 90%, 95%, maybe even higher mental. And Wilder, for all the slack he's gotten and the slack he's received from people saying he's an excuse maker and saying he can't beat Fury and saying there's a lot of stuff that they said. You guys heard it. I don't have to recap everything, but you guys heard all the things that they said about the man, and we're now going to get to see how tough Wilder is mentally. Some people say, oh, you can't bounce back. Fury got your number. We will see. I told you who I'm rocking with. I'm picking Deontay Wilder. Fury talks a lot, but talking is talking. What you going to do when you in there? He says there's no one that can beat me, and I'm too good, and he knows how dangerous Wilder is because, look, he's unconscious. Wilder punched him, and he made excuses and says it was because he was off of a long layoff. No, you got knocked out. It had nothing to do with a long layoff. He connected. And now Wilder has upped the ante and pulled out all the stops, and he has a nutritionist. He has strength and conditioning. He teamed up with longtime friend and entourage member Malik Scott, who's his trainer. And it looks like everything's clicking. I cannot wait for this fight. I think this is going to be a great fight. And let's check in with Wilder. Here's a good look at the picture as well. I mean, you tell me in the comment section. I need everybody in the chat to leave me a detailed comment. And on a scale of 0 to 10, rate what type of fight shape Wilder looks and appears to be in. Because to me, I think this is the biggest we've seen him, but also the best we've seen him. You still see a six-pack. Wilder has a really crazy, physique, pause. But his physique is crazy. His back is wide and it has that V taper. He bulked up his arms. His pecs look bigger. His forearm, he just looked bigger, but he still looks lean. This man is really trying to prove something, not only to himself, but I'm sure to the detractors. This is going to be crazy. I mean, you guys tell me in the comment section, again, on a scale of 0 to 10. And it's so funny to see, especially UK fans, when Wilder appeared, he looks like a Zulu warrior. He looks like some African tribal leader or something from a movie, Black Panther, T'Challa or somebody. It's look crazy. He look like a superhero. And it's ironic that the Wilder fans and people who are rooting for the American fighter, they're like, this is great. We want to see a great fight. We rocking with Wilder, glace, right? And They're like, he looks like he's taking it serious and training hard. That's all we can expect and request from a fighter. You came off of a loss. What do? You get in better shape. You work on, it's like Arnold. If you watch the movie Pumping Iron, yeah, what are you doing? Get down there. Get to the chopper now. Yeah. Right? You listen to my boy Arnold, and he told you in the movie Pumping Iron, the thing he likes about bodybuilding is he can take what he's good at and, you know, maintain it. And he says the areas, he would do it like sculpting. Like he was sculpting his body, and he wanted a perfect body. He was like, I need more calves. I need more traps. I need more shoulders. And he was like, yeah, what are you doing? So I just put more trap, you know? And he's doing the traps, and that's what it looks like. Wilder, he heard the complaints. He heard what people had to say, and it looks like he's working. Some people said he was too small in the first fight with Fury and Luis Ortiz because he came in weighing really light. Some people said you need to get bigger. So now he's fine-tuned it. He's had plenty of time to get in this shape. A lot of people are shocked by the physicality and how big he looks, and I've even seen Wilder fans worry. But I think Wilder is smart. He's a lot smarter than people give him credit for. And I don't think his team would have bulked him up if they felt it wasn't functional weight. Like if they felt Deontay Wilder would now be a slow fighter, if he'd be sluggish, if it would somehow reduce his power or his torque that he puts on punches. So I think his team is real scientific. I think his team has really taken the time to decide what's important and things like that. Malik Scott is in the comment section, and he says, next week we chop and cook 2 times. Hashtag time's up. PBC Fox, it says 1 more week. 1 more week, mate. Pre-order the pay-per-view, link in our bio. Wilder's wifey, my real life action figure. In due time, 2 times. Everybody's rocking. Ellie Segback, man, come on, let's go. Let's go. Wilder looks phenomenal. You know, there's nothing, unless you're a hater, there's nothing else that could be said. He looks like he's in crazy shape. He looks like he's ready to go. And I'm proud of Wilder. I'm really proud of Wilder. People said he can't do this and that. He looks like he's not listening to nobody. And I can always respect a man who takes things on his own terms. He does things on his own terms. No matter what the outside world is saying and the chirping and the naysayers and the detractors, he gonna show you how great he is and how he feels. Him adding the size, I think it's a good idea. See, the thing with Fury is he fights borderline dirty. You know what I mean? So I think when it comes to Tyson Fury, one thing Wilder, the reason why he bulked up is I think his team is ready for anything. They got to be ready for anything. It's like Floyd said, you got to shine under the bright lights. You got to shine under the bright lights and be ready at all times. So you got to be, oh, that right hand was crazy. Oh my God. That's that Alabama slammer. So they got to be ready for anything that Tyson Fury comes up with. So Fury right now, I made videos about it. You guys got to subscribe to my channel. I'm the best doing it for the latest and greatest. Fury looks very heavy. I don't even know if he's been training, and Wilder can't be concerned with that. So it's wise to add some size because Fury, again, is his only way. It's going to be so hard to outbox Wilder because if you look at the first fight, it looked nothing like the second fight. Nothing. It looked nothing like the second fight, right? So I think Fury's game plan is he has to go try to go kamikaze again, you know, and try to back Wilder up and expose vulnerabilities like that. Because it'll be, if it's like the first where he's just feinting and moving, it's extremely hard. Like Wilder always says, they got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I got to be perfect for a second or two, right? So when someone has this type of Thor, God-gifted, He-Man, Hulk power, Hulk smash power, then he's absolutely right. You got to be perfect on your A game for the whole entire fight. As long as he don't get hit with nothing too crazy or nothing silly, then he don't have to be perfect. You know, you got to be perfect because you can't get touched with that touch of death from Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. This is what we know. You know, we know this to be the case. So I like it. I like what I'm seeing from Wilder. I think they're really pulling out all the stops just to make sure that they have the success that they're looking for. He looks great. He looks like he's in great shape. He looks like he's mentally focused, and he's just waiting for retribution. Tyson Fury, he does a lot of elbows and forearms and push. He tries to lean with his weight. Wilder has to make Fury uncomfortable with being on the inside proximity, and it looks like that's what he's trying to do. Look how big he looks. Like honestly, look how big he looks. He just looks more imposing. You imagine walking down the street, a dark alley, you see this dark-skinned dude looking like a Dragon Ball Z character, and he just chilling, standing right there. You would be terrified, most of you. You know what I mean? So this is a smart game plan. And again, I don't think Wilder's people, I don't think they would put Wilder in a position if they didn't feel the added weight was functional. So I think Wilder's going rounds and looking like he's looking in sparring with guys at this increased size. Robert Helenius, who you seen in that picture, he's a big dude. He's 6'6", and I just showed you if you watch, there was a shot that Wilder hit him with a crazy right. So Wilder's a freakish athlete. I'm not worried about the additional size, special edition ego Weight Watchers. He's trying to hurt Fury. That's it. So Fury, if he wants to come to Wilder and try all this stuff, and see, this is the thing. This is an old picture of Wilder. This is him. He just, sometimes people look bigger and they're not actually that much bigger. They're just in better shape. I remember 50 Cent. Hey, you not rocking with your man 50 Cent, man. Right? And he was talking about how people thought he was bigger, but he actually shrunk and went from 220 to 210, but he would look chizzy because he was in better shape and he was leaner with less body fat. So I think this could be the case with Deontay Wilder. But I do think his team said they're trying to bulk up. So he does probably weigh a career high, you know what I mean? But all in all, he's always been a guy that has the canvas to add more mass. He's 6'7". So I think a lot of people are more shocked and thinking like, oh, I don't want Wilder to get slowed down. I'm not worried about that. I think this will be a great fight. Can't wait for it. More to come. Ego Weight Watchers, let me know how I did. I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.